Are you being taken advantage of at work? It's crucial to recognize and address employer exploitation and abuse. This video will equip you with the knowledge to protect yourself and your rights. Hi, I'm Fatima, and this is my YouTube channel, Ghaemifa. Here you will be taught the laws you need to know to protect yourself. This is the second part of your rights in the workplace.
In the previous part, we looked at basic rights of an employee in general. And now we want to know more specifically whether your employer can refuse to give you these legal rights. In this section, we'll examine the most common violations by employers that many employees tolerate without knowing their legal rights. So we'll explain the legal ways to combat these violations so that you can defend your rights. In this section, we're going to look at your more basic rights in the workplace. Let's go. Abuse 1. Wrongful termination. One of the common problems that employees face is being fired without a valid reason or without complying with the legal requirements. But can your employer fire you without any warning? When is a dismissal illegal? In many countries, there is a law called at will employment, which means that a company can fire an employee at any time without giving a specific reason. However, this law has limitations, and a dismissal is considered illegal in the following situations. Discrimination-based termination. If your employer fires you because of your race, gender, religion, age, pregnancy, physical disability, or marital status, this is a violation of any discrimination laws. This violation is covered by human rights laws EOC and the global regulations. Retaliatory termination. If you have reported your employer's misconduct and you are fired as a result of that report, this is retaliatory termination that is considered illegal, and you can sue. If your employment contract includes specific conditions for dismissal, for example, requiring 30 days notice, your employer cannot fire you without complying with them. Also, in some countries, dismissal must be accompanied by documented evidence of poor performance, and an employee cannot be fired without providing a legal reason. Legal ways to deal with wrongful dismissal: collect all emails, messages, and letters of dismissal. Contact legal entities like EOC and the US and file a complaint. Legal action. If you can't reach an agreement, you can take legal action at the employment tribunal. Consult a lawyer. If your case is complicated, it's best to hire an employment law lawyer. Abuse 2. Unpaid overtime. Work over hours but don't get paid enough. The most common employee rights problems. In the US, employee must be paid 1.5 times the regular rate of pay for every or over 40 hours in a week. In the EU, there is a 48-hour work week that allows employees to avoid overtime. How do employers avoid paying overtime? Misclassification of employees. Employers may label you as a manager or independent contractor to avoid overtime laws. If you don't have management responsibilities but your title is manager, your employer is probably trying to get around the law. Forcing employees to volunteer. You have to show your commitment and interest in the company. Your employer may say, but working for free is illegal. If you answer work emails or attend meetings outside of work hours, you should be paid. Failure to record accurate hours work. Time theft by employer. Some employers intentionally change the clock in and clock out system so that they do not record actual hours worked. If the system is manual or inaccurate, be sure to keep your own documentation. Legal ways to deal with non-payment of overtime. 1. Accurately record working hours. 2. Consult the Labor Department. 3. Contact labor unions. Abuse 3. Abuse of leave and legal benefits. Not providing sick leave when the employer is obliged to provide sick leave and even pay it if the employee is sick without being fired or threatened with dismissal. If an employee is fired because of pregnancy, she can sue. If employer asks you to work on holidays, you should receive additional pay. How to defend your vacation rights. Check the contract. If it guarantees specific vacation, no one can violate it. Record emails and rejected requests. Report to legal institutions. In developed countries, labor offices and unions support these violations. Documenting the violation. Without evidence, your claims will be difficult to prove and your employer may deny everything. What kind of evidence should you collect? 1. Your employment contract. Do you have a formal contract? Does it specify terms for dismissal, salary increases, overtime, or benefits? 2. Pay slips. 3. Official emails and messages. 4. Work schedules. 5. Testimony from colleagues. After gathering documentation, it is nice to speak directly with your employer, HR by email, and then verbally through a conversation to know their view in your case. In the optimistic approach, some employers do not knowingly violate the law, and then it may be fixed by action like some statutory bodies responsible for protecting employees. If all the previous methods fail, you can file a lawsuit. You should first make sure of all your options and your benefits and then filing your lawsuits.
Let's have an interesting challenge. Imagine your boss telling you one day that he's going to cut your salary, but keep your working hours the same. What would you do? A. You accept because you have no choice. B. You talk to your boss and find out why. C. You gather the documents and report the matter to the labor office. Write your answer in the comments and see what others have to say. Now that you've watched this video, would you like to see the next part of this playlist about contract writing principles and the legal issues you should pay attention to? Don't miss our legal tricks and shorts. Leave a comment and tell us what you think about our future videos. Also, tell us about any topic you think we need to provide information on. We will definitely grow with your support and opinions. From our perspective at Ghaemifa, you are right.